Hey, welcome to another hot take. I can't believe I'm making this one, but it was just announced that Natalie Portman will take up the hammer of Thor. It's official. I'm calling it. The MCU is done. This wokeness, which has infested the comic books, infested the movies, and they're doubling down on it. I will be the first to admit I'm totally biased against Natalie Portman. I've never liked her acting. And since Star Wars, man, I thought she was just stiff as a board in those Star Wars movies. But that being said, the Star Wars movies were terrible far beyond, the Star Wars prequels were terrible far beyond her performance. So a lot of it's not her fault. But after I saw the first Thor movie, to me, every scene with her in it is like dead. It's like, oh, when is this going to be over? Can we move on, please? That's just my personal assessment. Now, if they recast her, no, wouldn't help. The entire reason comic books worked for the longest time is because the audience was appeased. It was aimed at boys and men. That's who reads comics. The data is pretty concrete. That doesn't mean women can't read comics or make comics or blah, blah, blah. There are women who read comics, but that's not the majority. If you ask the average woman, do you read comics? She'll say no. If you ask the average woman, do you watch the MCU? Have you seen the Marvel movies? They'll say no. Now, if they have a husband or a boyfriend who's into that, sure, they'll tolerate it. They'll go see it. They're not horrible movies. They're good movies, except for Captain Marvel, in my view. But, this idea that Disney or anyone else is going to turn the entire audience to women, no. You're killing the audience for men. And there's nothing wrong with having an audience of men. The NFL, most sports are male dominated, the audience. And it's the same thing. Yes, some women like sports. Most women are going to tolerate it because their husbands and boyfriends and sons, they love it. And there's, reciprocation in that. Men will tolerate things that women like for them. And that's how it works. This idea that you're going to engineer little girls into liking comics so they have heroes so they can be like men. Thor is a manly character. Making her a woman does nothing. It just pisses off the old fans and gains you no new fans. Little girls, a handful might go see this movie. Because their dads feel like, oh, I'll go take her see a movie, see a hero, see a female hero. Won't that be good? Good for me? Teenage girls aren't going to go see Thor. There's a handful of geeky girls who love comics and they go see comic book movies. A handful. All you're doing is killing it for the guys. I'm tuned into this stuff, and let me tell you, when you go into a comic book store, first off, it's all guys. And we hang out, and we talked about these things for years. We talked about the movies. We talked about the woke comics and what Marvel's doing to that. We know what's going on. This is our thing. And now they're taking it away. They're trying to engineer it because they think they can force us to go anyway and then pick up this new audience of girls who are going to come see the movie. That's not going to work. It hasn't worked. The only reason we went to go see Captain Marvel is because you basically forced us to. Now that the Endgame is over, it's over. So I was all psyched to see Thor 4 after seeing Fat Thor in Endgame. I thought, oh, this will be fun. Thor 4 will be fun. It's got the same director as Ragnarok. Now you're going to bring back Natalie Portman and give her the hammer? No, I'm out. And so are a lot of other male fans. And so are a lot of other female fans who would have gone with their boyfriends and husbands and sons and whomever likes this stuff. Most women don't like comics. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to force women to like what I like. I like what I like. Let women like what they like. And if some of it crosses over, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. We can all deal with it. This social engineering through movies is ridiculous. Woke Hollywood, stop. Stop losing money. Stop doing this. End the wokeness. It's show business, not woke business. I'm so upset. See ya.